Hey, welcome back to the Signature Movement. It's your girl Tanya D. Floyd. I am reclined, relaxed in my zone. It's almost 1 o'clock. I told my aunt one day, and it seems to be staying true. Every time 1 o'clock come around, the rest of the day just gone. I gotta go pick up the boy at 3:30 from the bus stop and all that. But uh, I swear it ain't never go this fast when I worked in the office. Never did the day go so fast as when I'm starting to have fun with my life, right? But anyway, what do we want to talk about today? Every sign has pointed to every video, every inspirational piece I found on my social media tour. I take one every day. I go looking for my inspiration and ideas and things. It's just stuff to, keep my brain turning and stuff. But anyway, every time I go out there looking for stuff, I, come up with something. But today, the theme has very, very resoundingly been I am in competition with no one. However, I might still be in competition. What do I mean by that? Well, okay, let me do it in these terms. Follow me, stay with me, stay with me. So I'm a HGTV junkie, right? Because, real estate and renovations, that was my life. That's the stuff I love the most in this life as far as work goes. I've read many posts online that say, who has a dream job? I don't want no dream job. I don't want to work. I want to travel and eat and live life. But I do have dream jobs. I'm occupying each one of them right now, as a matter of fact. I just need to get paid better. But real estate and renovation, those are my dream jobs. So anyway, watching HGTV and the theme of competition in mind, right? I just finished watching the latest episode of Fix My Flip. The realtor, well, she's a real estate professional. She has many titles. She was a broker down in Tennessee. She had a show before this called Flip or Flop Nashville with her ex-boyfriend slash partner. They flipped houses down there, right? Now she's out in California. Paige Turner. So she is like a real estate goat, okay? Paige know her stuff. You can tell she does her research on her market, on every market. You can tell she just loves what she does because when she speaks, it's with authority. She speaks with, she don't never act like I gotta go back and check. She talks like it's this, and this is what you need to know. So what you gonna do? And one time I was watching her and I heard her tell the guys, the flipper dudes, well, how the show works is, that might help you. So how the show works is the people who are doing these flips call her in for her expertise and sometimes her money. She'll put in her money and ask for a certain share of the profits at the end. But she comes in, they all stuck on how to do this or, what to do next and what the style should be and this and that and the other. But she always turns the thing around and makes it better. So they get the asking price that they thought they should have or better, right? So she come in, boom, I'm an expert. This is what you got to do, blah, blah, blah. Let's get it. And they get it. So anyway, one time I heard her tell these two flippers like, y'all not saying the right thing and I'm about to go. Because she told them what her price was. She told them what she was going to do for them, and they were still hemming and hawing. And I know in the back of their minds they was doing calculations trying to figure out how much of their cut she was trying to take. But hold it. You stuck right now, and you ain't going to get nowhere near what you want to get unless you listen to me. So the way she says it, and I'm pretty sure it's written in the contract, is, look, I'm going to bring you my plan, my money, my time, some of my sweat equity, and in return, you're going to give me this money back plus whatever percentage, or you just going to give me a flat rate and da-da-da-da-da, right? So anyway, the guys was humming and hawing on her, and she was like, nah, I got to go. But I love, A, she's a black woman. B, she's always firm. Every now and then, negotiations can get tense, but she know what she's worth. She know what she know, and she know how she gonna help them. So I'm just saying, you want it or not. I love that. Back to the competition part. There's a show on HGTV called Rock the Block. They do one every season. Well, they've done like 4 so far, I think. But every time I watch Rock the Block, it's like a 6-week series or something. I always know whose room gonna win. I always know who's gonna get the overall value within two. Sometimes I gotta, like this particular last season, it was tough. Like I knew at the end it was gonna be between the farmhouse people and the people from ATL with the nice, swanky style. I knew it was going to be one of them, but at the end of the show, it's like, okay, so Rock the Block. Let me help y'all out. You gotta stop watching some of my shows. So Rock the Block is every week. They create these neighborhoods, this cul-de-sac or whatever, with these 4 houses on the street. They build these houses, and they're builder basic pretty much. They bring in 4 teams of HGTV professionals, designers, realtors, everybody that put their signature on some kind of final house product. And yeah, I designed that. Boom. Those kinds of teams, right? So each week they do a space in the house or a set of spaces in the house. And each week they're judged and figure out who had the best space. But at the end of the show, the final episode is who put the most overall value in the property, right? I knew this season when Paige and her guy Mitch were on there that they weren't going to win for the end value, but they did win for the room I thought they should have won for. They were up against some tough customers. Brian and Sarah Baumler from Canada. I used to watch some of their shows. They just did a renovation down in the Bahamas. They bought a whole resort and redid the thing and opened it up. They ain't playing with y'all. They've been doing this reno for a long time. So, anyway, they were up against some tough customers. Each season is a lot of tough customers. But in this particular competition, I never feel like I do in most competitions, like it's rigged. It's not rigged. It can't be. Because the things that these people put together, you already know. If you know anything, you know who's going to win and why. So, anyway, that's that thing. I get hype about my shows. I'm sorry I went on a tangent. My bad. But here's the thing. So, Paige is a phenomenal real estate professional because, like I said, you can tell she know what she know. She know what she worth. She know what she gonna bring for you, and she know what you gonna get, based on the market, price-wise. So, then there's other shows that, make me realize that, some of these professionals are great at what they do, and they're very, very popular where they're from. They're not necessarily going to win Rock the Block up against some of the other tough customers who are not necessarily as popular where they come from, right? So, in this life, in this world, the way it is currently, for some reason, maybe a social media driven thing, I don't know, but the world is very, very conscious and celebratory of popular things. They very, very much lean to you gonna win if enough people follow you, support you. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily merit-based. It's not talent-based. It's all about the numbers. Who do you bring in? You get, what do you call those? Affiliate deals. I got a blog. I got a website. I can sign up for affiliate programs. But some of those programs are not going to even touch me because, A, I'm not really an influencer because I don't have a big following. I don't have millions of followers on any platform, anywhere. I do not. I'm not going to ever get noticed by some brands or by some promoters or by whatever makes the machine run. I ain't never getting nothing because I don't have millions of people, that I speak to every day. And therefore, I don't have enough influence to be an influencer. Okay? So popularity is a thing. And like I was saying, and I brought up the HGTV shows for a reason because, yeah, they on HGTV, but even within that realm, there are certain teams or individuals who you can tell are about it, but they not necessarily as celebrated as some of the others. And they are not necessarily all that talented or great in what they do. It's like, okay, yeah, they're good at what they do, but are they better than so and so? Are they sharper than Paige Turner? Are they as stylish as the folks in ATL, the Lux for Less, or Married to Real Estate teams? No. I'm biased because I'm rooting for the black man and the black woman. However, these people about their stuff, they not playing with y'all. But have you ever heard of Paige Turner? Do you know about Married to Real Estate? Egypt Sherrod and her husband, Mike Jackson, a real estate team. She's a broker and he's a construction professional, and they go down there and renovate people's houses for them for their personal use. They do renovations for people who already have the home, or sometimes they help them find a house and then renovate it. That's my jam. That's what I want to do in life for all my people. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, they help you find your house and fix it up to make it just like you need it to be, so that you can have all the equity that you need to have, and so that you can be, it's personalized. It's yours. It's great. It's beautiful. It's everything it should be. It's not just something you bought and now you gotta look at somebody else's choices. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we have strayed away from, and here we go. I'm about to start an argument. It's like my mother and a lot of other older people have said, it's because they started giving out participation trophies. Because everybody's a winner now. Nobody's really winning the way winning was designed to be, right? Oh, God. So out here in these streets, on these TV, internet streets, people are always celebrated because of how many people are watching them. Not necessarily because they're the best. So, what I got to do with me? Well, I brought this up because I have for a long time I have been like, I am in competition with no one but myself. And that's how I live my life. I do not want to be in a situation where you got to choose between me and her. I ain't trying to be in a situation where you got to try to figure out if I'm a cool parent or not. I am not. I am simply what I am. If you don't like it, you ain't got to like it. You ain't got to approve, agree, understand, or none of that. And it's cool with me. Always been my thing. I ain't trying to be popular. Then I've always been like, I can't imagine why so-and-so might be jealous of me or act funny toward me or any of that, or why they talk about me or none of that. And then I always used to feel like, why they can't just accept me and treat me nicer. But I realized at some point very, very recently that they can't, because they can't stand how I do. I'm not always a winner, but I ain't no loser. And I always employ a specific amount of tenacity to every task that I touch, because if I'm going to touch it, then it's like me putting my name on it and saying, hey, I did this. So it's got to be right, and if not great, good. It's just my personal mantra in life. That's part of my signature moves whole, theme. It's if I'm going to do this thing, it's going to be like I put my signature on it. It's got to be up to my standards. And therefore, the standard is high. So a lot of people can't stand that about me. They go into stuff and do stuff, and it's just something to do or whatever. But if I pick it, I'm passionate about it. And if I'm passionate about it, I know pretty much everything there is to know about it. And if not, I'm going to do some research, because that's just how I roll. But people just not feeling none of that with Tanya D. Floyd. I keep looking at my clock up here because I'm about to run out of memory on this phone. But anyway, I never understood it, and I still don't, but I don't really have to. It just is what it is. A lot of people just envy certain things about you sometimes that you don't have anything to do with, and you didn't try to promote the thing or nothing. It might be something you don't even realize you do or have, but they're just like, why she always gotta be so great? Why she gotta do her eyeliner so good? Why her teeth gotta be so straight? Why they gotta be so white? Why she ain't never had braces? It could be 1,000 different things that you never thought about or didn't care about or ain't never had to look at because you blessed, right? But yes, you could possibly be in competition right now and not know it. I'm not saying you gotta try to win, but I'm saying that people are watching and you are affecting them. Good or bad, you are affecting people. You are influencing people. You are building admiration from some and resentment from others. Right now, today, you ain't do nothing to make it so, but it is. So, about this competition thing. Back to my HGTV stuff. Like I said, sometimes you got the GOAT out here unrecognized because these other people are more popular. Maybe their demeanor is better. Maybe, with the whole farmhouse epidemic. I'm going to call it epidemic because I'm tired of hearing it. I don't want to hear it no more. I don't ever want to see it no more. I'm tired of farmhouse. Farmhouse, everything. Although, I will make exceptions if you say modern farmhouse because it ain't so country and it ain't so specific in its, demographic or its locale. You think farmhouse, what do you think of? Texas? Anywhere else in the South? You don't really think Connecticut, but those people who I thought were going to possibly win Rock the Block, they're up there in the North somewhere. One of the guys from New Kids on the Block, Jonathan Knight, and the lady that works with him. I don't know if that's his wife or whatever. I don't watch their show because they farmhouse. I think the name of their show is something like Farmhouse Fixers or something like that. That ain't my thing. I'm tired of farmhouse. But anyway, yeah. So they have a big following for farmhouse aesthetic, and therefore, some of those teams are going to be more, popular and get more branding notice, and you'll probably see them flooding your timelines because of it. But you will not likely see Paige Turner. You will see Egypt Sherrod, though. Egypt is very, very popular. She's just good at what she does, and not just from a real estate agent perspective, but from her style perspective. She's got a good fashionable interior styling thing going on. So you should watch some of her stuff. She's really great. She used to be a radio personality years ago up in like Philly and New York. And that's how I first heard her name years ago. Like, anyway, I'm getting on a tangent again. But yeah, Egypt and Mike, Paige Turner, some of my favorite HGTV personalities. I really like Lux Celeste team because I got to learn a little bit more about them watching Rock the Block this season. But I did start watching their show and I like their style. They put some things together, and it's not necessarily everybody's style, but the way they do the thing is like, sorry about that. I had to clean out some of my memory because these videos, I gotta find a better solution for storage because I got too much video and photo to have this much space. It's not enough. It's never enough. Something gotta give. But anyway, I was talking about popularity and stuff and competition, and I know they're not necessarily in competition with anybody. They're just out there doing the best they can with what they know and what they have, and they probably have a very high level of professionalism. It comes through in what they say and what they do, right? Just like, you might be out here doing whatever you're doing because you love it, or because it's what you've always known and you're really, really good at it, or because you know every single thing there is to know about it. People will hire you based on your work ethic and your knowledge, but they won't be able to find you necessarily unless you find the right combination. And that's been a real, real big issue for me in my professional life. How do I make them find me? Like, I saw something started this whole thing. It was so small, and I didn't realize it was going to be a theme today. But one thing, like one of the first things I saw today when I woke up was on social media. What was it? See, it was so small. I never thought it would be a thing. It was, oh, somebody started a new interior design firm. Somebody on my friends list. And I was like, what? I never even knew she was interested in that. That's not something I've seen her talk about or any of that. So, like, wow, that just came out of left field. And I started thinking, like, well, what if, everybody I knew started doing that? Like, what if, there's a million bakeries, bake shops, sweet dessert type situations all over Google and Yelp right now. But for real, if I'm being honest, they ain't better than me. I don't care what they do, they ain't better than me. And call me what you wanna, but your cupcake might taste good. Your icing might taste great. But you're not better than me. I don't care what they do. If it's a million of them out there, are they really better than you? Just in competition with everybody, yes. Because of popularity and because of, social media and because of many, many ways to advertise. But if what you do is so amazing that you make your customers happy and they want to refer you to other people, do you really need to care about the popularity contest? Yes and no. Internally, no, you ain't gotta care about none of that because you know what you know when you do what you do. But externally, yeah, you gotta care a little bit because, like I said, they're gonna find them. They're gonna be readily accessible. They're gonna, oh God, those other people out here on the internet. I remember one time, some years ago, when I was thinking about redoing my Instagram page. I was working on my branding and my aesthetic, and I was like, I wish I had an aesthetic that was so pretty with the color coordinated. You've seen some of them pages. It's like if you look on a wellness spa page, it was professionally done because the color scheme is all uniform, and because the text and everything is so pretty, and it's just they put a lot of time and money into that appearance right there. But is the product better? Is the service better? So I got off of that whole line of thinking because what I do is great. And you might look at my packaging like it's all over the place, but what comes to mind is that is it a limerick, whatever you call it, the anecdote or whatever about jack of all trades and a master of none. But on social media they finished it, and the continuation is encouraging. It's like a jack of all trades but a master of none, but still better than a master of none. So yeah, I do 1,000 different things, but it ain't like I'm out here not doing anything. So yeah, my page is all over the place. My web page is really clean and crisp, and I got some critiques from a couple of people about how to make it look and flow better for people who coming in and want to find certain things. But overall, I'm just always going to struggle with my aesthetic and how to make my things look more professional, because I think the professionalism is in the fact that I'm getting things done. I think the professionalism is in the fact that I have a multitude of things that I have mastered. Like you can tell, I have learned it, I have used it, I have presented it to people, I have capitalized on it in the sense that I have sold it to people. So I don't know, that one might still be a struggle, but for now I'm just okay with the aesthetic being what it is. The aesthetic is productivity. It is results. It is, yeah, we do this. And if you're doing anything, it's gonna be messy. My grandson, the baby, was here the other day. I swear, every time he leave my house, I got shreds of paper all over the place. Let me tell you about the shreds of paper. So, little people, he's one. He just turned one on Monday. Little people have to work on their motor skills and their dexterity part of working on his dexterity, I noticed he's got these little treats. They shape like stars, little snack treats, or little, they got these yogurt ones that shape like Hershey's Kisses. But he's supposed to pick it up and be able to put it in his mouth. Well, his hand is fat, so when he pick up the little thing with his fingers, it kind of get hidden in the inside of his palm. So he got to learn how to use his finger and thumb better. Well, what's a better way to help him learn that than ripping up these pieces of paper? He got to take each one, finger and thumb on both hands, to rip the paper apart, right? And he keep peeling off strips, and I just let him put it wherever it just end up there, because it's an exercise, in my opinion. Look, everything is perspective. How you looking at it? That's how I look at it. So yeah, I got to pick up the shreds of paper. I got a bunch of diapers in my trash can now. I got to get a bag and put all that stuff in there. I have, places where he done walked around the room, because, now since we are professional walkers, we touching everything. We touching all the statues, the vases, the candles, all the little knickknacks on the shelf over there. We opening the cabinet door, shutting it 1,000 times a day. We getting up and down off the bed. It's another skill. Yep. Turn around, slide off the bed. Ooh, I did it. Let me do it again. Let me get up. Let me get down. All day long yesterday. Up, down, up, down. Oh, Jesus. It's all a lot. But it's all helping him get where he need to be. So anyway, why did I bring that up? I don't even remember. But I guess the point is, dang, the more you use the stuff, the more you do the stuff, the more it's going to make a mess. But the end result is you getting results and you're actually working. So it's not supposed to be neat and professional and pretty. That's the point. That's it. It's going to be a mess. If you're working it, it's going to be a mess. You're not always going to be able to keep everything looking perfect. I don't even know if I want to put that out there like I'm that girl. No, I don't. My truck dirty. I got a step ladder, some wooden fence pieces, and some paint swatches and floor samples in my car right now. It's a mess, but I'm working. So if my car was perfect, that would be telling. I think it's the same with these pages. If you ain't really working it, you don't have a whole bunch of videos with a whole bunch of different colors and decor and things going on in the background. It's all pretty and perfect when you ain't really doing nothing. So that's just me. But yeah, I didn't want to belabor any point in particular. It's just, are you in competition? Yes. Do you have to internalize it? No. But you have to be aware, and you have to try to fight off the, being marginalized, being out there in the border, in your lane, whatever your lane is, whatever your profession is, whatever your craft or trade is. You have to make sure that people can know that you're out there, and you have to make sure that they know that you're the best, or that you're at least very, very good. I got a competition thing. If I'm going to be in a competition, I'm going to win. That's just my mentality. If I'm willingly walking into a competition where I say, yep, I'm doing this, and yep, we fighting, I'm planning to win all day long. Not even playing about it. Not going to be modest. Not going to want you to get a participation trophy. I want to crush you if I enter a competition of any kind. But there are certain competitions I'm never ever going to willingly walk into, because A, it's rigged, B, it ain't for me, and C, the prize sucks. I don't want all prizes just to say I won. I got a real thing about, being judged by those who couldn't possibly carry my coat. But you don't know enough. You haven't been around enough. You're not popular enough. And I don't admire or respect you, so you can't judge me. I got problems. Yep, I do. But anyway, you know where I'm coming from. Yeah, you're in competition at all times. Be the best you that you can be. Make sure people can know about you. And just because they doing it too, don't mean they doing it better than you. Okay? Have a great weekend. It's Memorial Day. Don't get too loaded and get yourself in no trouble, because Tuesday is the next time court will be open. Peace.